Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. I think if I should put them on the same... You know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to do it like this. If I do it like that, I'll only have one of them there. But I'm going to change this around, right? I'm going to move that inserter there. And I'm going to have two inserters going into one side. I'm going to have two inserters going into the other side. And then I will take you, and I'll drop you on there like that. So there, we've now got gear wheels being produced on both sides of this belt. So that's going to stuff that belt full of gear wheels. It's not going to make any difference up here because we've got that belt moving into the side of another one. And the way that all the belts work, that's absolutely perfect. That's what we want. Next, we've got increased gear wheel production. We've got gear wheel production is at absolute maximum. We've got steel production down here is at absolute maximum as well, and that's because I've stopped taking it off of here. That's now able to come through. Also, the iron plates, we've got them being produced just a little marginal bit faster than they were, which is enough. That's all we need. So then these plates here will eventually back all the way up to our splitter, which will then get these to back up a little bit as well. That's great. Everything is tickety-boo. Everything is how we want it. Right. Next, we've got the gear wheels. We need iron plates and gear wheels together on the same belt. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky, okay? We've already got some being produced here. And what I can do is actually, I can turn that round. So I've got two being put up onto there and two being put up onto there, but then I'm not going to have enough over here, and so on and so forth. So you sort of, it starts to get more complicated. But the way that I can do this... You can increase production, or we can, very soon, we'll be able to do that, and then we can produce things faster. We also want to get that one there, advanced material processing, because those furnaces that we can get, they produce things faster as well, which means that then we want a whole load more mining drills for all of it, right? Mining drills become life all the way across the entire thing, and yeah. Right, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy. It just takes a lot of everything. Absolutely everything. We're just going to be crammed full of everything on here. So, yeah. Try not to worry too much about what's yet to come, because we've got to produce an awful lot of stuff before we really we're able to get everything that we want. And this is the bit that takes a while. Now, some people... They will go out and they do everything using belts. Now, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff using belts, especially to start with, before we get logistics and stuff like that with the robots. So we are going to be doing this. And construction robots will make a big difference to us, because we'll use construction robots to remove the trees. Once we can remove trees, then space becomes much, much less of an issue for us. At the moment, space is an absolute premium. So we've got to be a little bit careful with what we do with our space. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to make another 5 of those. Now, one big thing that we're going to want to be able to do is we're going to want to be able to make copper cables. We're going to need to make a lot of those so that we can make electronic circuits, so that we can make inserters. First up, though, we want to make transport belts. We need iron plates and gear wheels. Now, the iron plates, those are easy. We've got the iron plates coming out here. This is out the end of our production line. We've got them right there. Okay? So I've got all of those that I could possibly want. But, wondering what to do next. And I'm thinking that what I will actually do is I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to drop that right there. Yeah? And the reason that I want to do that is because I'm going to be using a lot of these gear wheels... But I'm going to be using them all over, so I would rather put more belts down. I'd rather have surplus belts everywhere and do it this way than not. Right? This seems to me to be a better way of doing this. So I bring that one over to there, and then I'll rotate that, and it will come out to there. And then I'm going to take this belt up there, which is going to take the iron bars out the end of it, and then I'm going to do that, and then in goes the gear wheels onto that side. So I've now got gear wheels being spooned onto both sides, filling up all of the belts all the way through. It's going to keep doing that. That's fine. We don't mind that. We'll fill all of these belts up. Out of there, I want to make transport belts. And then I'm also going to want to make these. So I'm going to need the iron plates and the gear wheels still more. I'm going to need lots of these assembling machines. So first up, we'll take assembling machines, and we're going to put them... I'm going to put a line of them here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 assembling machines right there. That's going to be the first port of call, I think. Just so that we've at least got a start on this. I'm going to run that belt up there. I've now run out of belt. I need to make some more. I'll set a load more of those going like that. Make 100 belts. There, 105 belts. We've now got 105 belts busy being constructed. And, oh, I have no inserters. Alright, well, don't worry about the inserters. So, if I've got that right there, I then want to be able to make these. Now, I've got the iron plates and I've got the iron gear wheels right there on that belt. That's great and all. I need electronic circuits. How am I going to get electronic circuits? That's going to be the next big thing. I'm going to need copper for that. Right? Electronic circuits, those are easy. I need 2 iron plates, and I need some copper cables. So it's not just copper, I need copper cables to be able to do this. So we've got our iron plates down here. You can see those, they're coming up through. I'm going to want to divert these iron plates so that I can use them elsewhere before they go up there. Right, so I'm just going to cut that off to there. I'm not going to go any further with that. And I'm going to bring this one down this way instead. Right, that's going to head south. And from there, I'm going to be able to use iron plates and I'm going to be able to use copper cables. But I'm going to need the copper. Where am I going to get the copper from? Right, I've got copper over here. I've got copper here. I could split some copper off of this one. And I could run the copper down through. Now, have I got room to be able to bring... I think I have. I think I can jump it across some lines over here. Right, now I can cleverly bring it out through. I can sort of weave it out through here. And this is where we really, really start getting into the making of the spaghetti. And this is where it gets very interesting. Some people love the whole balancing and making of the spaghetti. I'm making a pig's ear of this to start with. Don't use me as sort of don't use me as a tutorial for how to play this game. This is a lot more about how not to do it, okay? Because I just kind of keep grabbing one bit and moving it to the next. And then other people will come along and they place it out and it's perfect symmetry. It's perfectly balanced. They've got it planned for the next 35 items that are all going to be coming off of belts. You have what's called a main bus. And you have like 6 belts of copper all going up through the middle of your base and stuff like that. I mean, we could go for doing all of that, but I don't really know very much about it. So I'm suggesting that perhaps I'm not the one to even attempt it. Right, now where was I? I got distracted. We're going to put that one. Transport belt is in the way. We're going to put that one there like that. Okay? And then I'm going to take that belt there. Like that. And I'm going to run that belt in like that. So that's... Nothing's changed there. I've just moved it over and I've given it a little bit of a wiggle. That's all. It's just got its wiggle on and that's all. I don't actually need to bring this down at all. I don't need to move that anywhere. I don't need to do anything with it. Just wondering if copper cable could go on the same belt as... No. Iron plates and gear wheels is probably the best ones to go together. So I will take this transport belt here. I'll bring that one over there. And I'll run that one down there like that. Actually going to wiggle it over that side. And then I'm going to take that one. I'm going to put it out to there like that. And then I'm going to go here like this. Just going to go that way. Like that. And it's going to go onto there. No, it's not. Definitely don't want it to do that. So, what I need it to do then is it's got to come out over this way. Like that. There. And I'll bring it back down here. That one there can go back to where it was. And then this one can go onto there. Right, now that's feeding onto the side where I want it to feed. If I go there and I press F a couple of times, so I've now got plates and I've got copper plates at the same time, right? So why do I want plates and copper plates? Because I need to make electronic circuits. I need iron plates and I need copper cables. Well, I've got one, but I don't have the other. Now, that's easy enough. So what I will do now is we've got... Actually, I don't need the copper to come down onto there at all, do I? Silly frith. Silly frith. I don't need the copper to come down there. I only need the copper to come down to about here. So I can go to there, and I can go to there, like that. Right? This is just to start off with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's another 25 of those being made. Right, what was I making it? This was going to be belts. So we're going to make that one into belts. There, we'll make those into belts as well. We won't worry about power for a minute. And we look up through here. So the steel axe, that's working really nicely. Takes a little while for the steel axe one to use, because if you see here, it's 30 seconds for each one to be used up. So that's why we've got a backlog of science packs coming up through here. Now, one thing that I do occasionally is I put like an interim item on here. And what I do is I put a small chest down, and I allow that chest to fill up with science packs so that it's a larger buffer zone. And I have found that to be quite a useful thing to have, this little buffer going on. So if I've got a iron chest down here. So we could do that. We could create our buffer zone up through here. Right, well, I'm waiting for that to make. And I remove 3 of these items here like this. Yeah. And then I take that iron chest, I drop that one into the middle, and I take one of those, and I drop that in, and I take that one, and I drop it out. And all that's going to do is that is going to start buffering here, and it will fill this iron chest up with red science. So when the red science is being used faster, it'll be emptying, and when it's not being used faster like it is now, still going to be producing, because it's going to be feeding into there. So this will keep producing flat out. It can mean that you'll get some shortages elsewhere in the base, which is not quite so useful, but overall it's generally, I've found, it's not too bad a thing. Right, I want you there, and I want you there, and then I want to go there like that, so I've got some power on it, and this one I want to make copper cables. And that one as well is going to make copper cables. So I've got 2 belts here making copper cables. And from there, I want to take that one. Actually, no. I'll bring you over, and I'll bring you over there like that. There. Now, this is the last bit down here that I want to make for a minute, and I want to go there, and I'm going to direct feed these copper cables into here. Now, it's a slow process, this, to start with, but it's fine. We can just do it like this. So I'll do that, and I'll do that, okay? And then in here, I will demand that I make electronic circuits, and in here, I will demand that I make electronic circuits. And I will take... No, I won't. I will take some power right there. It's a slow process because these take a long time to spoon all of those in. And for every single electronic circuit, I need 10 copper cables. So the best way to do this is actually to put 2 of these inserters onto each of them. Like that. That is the single best way to do it. I'm going to need a little bit more of that there. So now I'm doing them because it does make them pretty quickly. Yeah? It does make them nice and fast. So we've got no issues with that. And then the next bit that we want is this one's going to come over here. And it's going to go round, and I'll bring that up to there like that. I'll remove that tree, and I'm going to remove that tree as well. And then I'm going to take another belt, and I'm going to drop that belt up to there like that. And we're going to go from there. I'm going to take red inserters. I'm going to put those onto there. I'm going to put those onto there. And that's going to go out there. So we're now producing... Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. Oops. Don't press T. T is research. There. So I've got iron plates going in, and I've got now electronic circuits coming out. So there is our electronic circuits. We're starting to fill up a belt with electronic circuits. We've got direct feed for the copper cables. It requires 10 copper cables for every single one of these, so it does take a while for them to build up. Right? Most of what you're doing is waiting for these copper cables to turn up. That's what it's doing. And later on, we can set this up so you have 2 of these factories feeding into 1 of these factories. It makes it faster. But right now, that's not a thing that we need to concern ourselves with. Next on the list, I want some more of these. So I'm going to put 1 there, I'm going to put 1 there, and I'm going to put 1 there like that. And then I'm going to take a belt out this side, and we're going to run that belt up there. So we're now making belts. There, there, and there. See? I'm making belts. Drop that one up. Oop. Drop that one onto there as well. I'm now making belts. So the only other thing that I've got left to do, now I'm making belts and I'm making those, is I've got to combine the electronic circuits and the iron plates and the iron gear wheels all together to make the inserter for the final item that we need to make. And this one over here, it used to be that you could only put 2 items into the assembling machine. 1, I think, wasn't it? Was that it? Assembling machine? No, it wasn't. No, you do need to. You can put 3 items into it. It used to limit the number you could put through it, but I think they changed that now, so that's not actually a concern. We don't need to worry about it. Not even a little bit. We want to bring. Actually, the next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get those, and we're going to want to bring them down so that they're close to these down here. We would kind of want that belt to be running over here somewhere. So I'm going to bring this belt over here. That one's going to go right the way along here like this to that point. I'm going to pick that one up for now. And I'm going to put that one down there. And that one's going to come out like that. And then this is going to go. Actually, it's not. It's not going to go that way. It's going to go over here. I want that one to come out to that point right there. Or do I? Yes, I do. No, I don't. There's not quite enough room. I'm going to have to move these belts over. Because what I'm going to want... Yeah, see, I don't even have close to enough room for it. Not even a little bit. So I got to move these belts over now. So let's pick all of this up. It's all in the way now. It's all dreadful, dreadful mess. I got no iron plates coming through. Have you noticed that? We've got no iron plates coming through our system. There should be spare iron plates coming through somewhere. Yeah, on with these. I should have spare iron plates coming through. No, I don't have spare iron plates coming through, and there's a very specific reason for that. There's the iron plates over there, but they're not coming back through here. But there is a way to do this. If I move these... Right, I'm going to move that one there, and I want to put that belt... that one up there like that. And then we can wiggle in through here. So I've actually got to put this iron... Right, this iron here that we want, that's got to come back over this way. And I'm hoping that this will go... It will reach under there. Right, perfect. And I'll put that one onto there. So then that will go underneath that one and it'll come out onto here. And then that iron plate will go up round and it will get to the top up there. That is perfect. That is actually what we want. So next I want to go to here and I want to move that out by 1 spot there. And I want to go to there. And ideally I want to be able to put 3 of these down. So we're going to have to move these as well. That's going to have to go. And then that can go there like that. And you can not do that. No. So we're going to have to move these all the way along there. And I'm going to go up by 1 more. If I put that up to there, and then I can move that one along like that. We'll go to that point. And then this, I want to duck under there. Like that. It's just going to literally, it's just going underneath this 1 belt. Right? It doesn't need to go any further than that. It just needs to duck under the 1 belt. And then over here, that one The electronic circuits I want to have out the furthest. So this one over here, I want to bring that one over to there, like that. That one's going to go there. You'll understand in a minute what I'm talking about. That one's going to go out there. And then we're going to rotate that, and that one's going to go up to there. So I've then got electronic circuits out on this one by itself. I can take those off. I'm going to use them elsewhere later on should I need to. I may not necessarily need to, but it's useful just in case I do want to. So I got an inserter going into there, and I'm going to copy that. Oh, no. I didn't copy it. So I need to change the project on there. Right-click, and then left-click. So I've got inserters going into there. And then I want to put that one there. So it will always put on the opposite side of the belt. Never forget that it puts it on the opposite side of the belt. And then over here, it'll just pull them in. It doesn't really matter where it pulls them in from. And we'll go to... let's go to there, like that. And I'm going to put an extra bit of belt on. Just so that we can keep everything even. Evenly spaced all the way through is good. So I'll put that one down there, I will put that one down there, and I'll put that one down there. Okay. Everything is running through exactly where it should be. Okay. Can you see that? It's all running through where it should be. So now I need to just connect up the power lines. Put that one there, that one there, that one there, and that one there. Right. I am now making... inserters in here. It takes half a second to make the actual inserter. The time-consuming bit is waiting for the rest of the items to be spooned into each of the factories. So that means that I've now got a belt up here that is bringing me up belts and is bringing me inserters. So the next thing I want is some more factories. I'm going to set 5 of them going like that. I've actually got 5 of them instantly because I've got several other items like kicking around, so I had a whole load of spare ones. And I'm going to bring these 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make some more. Let's move through this way. Like that. There. Bit more wood. There. And... right, that'll do. 4, 5. So I got 5 of those factories right there. I want more inserters already. 1, 2, 3. I've got plenty of belts for a minute. Actually, I probably don't have plenty of belts, so let's order up a few more belts to be made. Yeah, I got 50 belts. I've just asked it to make 50 belts down there. I got a load of gear wheels on me. That's why it's able to do those so fast. So if I do that, I got 15 science packs as well. So I can go into here. I can drop 15 science packs in. And you can see we've already got 400 spare red science packs in there. Right? That's absolutely fantastic, that is. So I'm going to come out from there, and I'm going to put a belt going up that way. That's going to run along here. Actually, I don't want it to run along the top, because I probably want another one to run along there. I'm going to bring that one straight down there. I'll bring you over this way. And I'll move that one up and over into there like that. Right. Then we'll go out middle of each of these factories like this. There. And I'm going to go in middle of each of these factories like this. There, like that. And if you have a look in here, 1 transport belt, 1 inserter, it takes 6 seconds to make each of these. Those take 5 seconds. They're a little bit quicker. So then I will go to there, and I will say that I want you to make a green science pack. So shift, right-click to copy that. And then I can just go up through there. And I just press and hold and run up through. And it does a copy and paste. And next, actually, before we do anything else, let's power this line, power all of this lot up. So I'll put power up to there. And power onto that one. Power onto that one as well. There. That's all powered. I'm going to put another power... oh, I've run out of power poles now. Run out of power poles completely. Let's make a few more of them. There we go. I'm going to put another line of power over here. I'm just going to connect in the power over there on that side, so we've got loops. It's just to add in a little bit of redundancy on the power poles, just in case we might want them for whatever reason. Now you can see everything is now, it's all sort of backing up. We've got some electrics are being backed up here. We're using up these gear wheels at quite a fast rate. That's because we're still buffering on this chest up here. And that means that we're using up the iron. The iron is being split and spread around by quite a bit. So the gear wheels do take priority on that, which means that the red science packs do take priority. This down here is running. That's the main priority, is the steel. And we're going to be wanting a lot of steel later on. So the fact that we've got a little bit of steel being produced down here now is not a bad thing by any means, right? That is a really good thing. So all of that up through there. Next, I'm going to take this belt and it's actually got a tree in the way. Let's remove those. We do not want a tree in the way. Right, we bring that down to there, and then we join that one in, and instantly we have now got these belts opening up, which means that everything is now going to start functioning. All of it is going to start functioning. Right, we've got all of the... You can't see it very well, obviously, because it's nighttime at the moment, but nighttime should be over before too long. It is now functioning. We've got green science packs coming out of all of these. Look, there they are. They're producing green science packs. It's one transport belt, one inserter for each of the science packs that we want to produce. And then that will go up through. Now, I could go and produce a... So it will actually put some science packs into the factories, and it will hold them. It'll only put 2 in, right? It only puts in 2 of each color. And then they will just start to back up. And I could go and put a buffer zone in for those other science packs as well. It may be a good idea, it may not. It might be a good idea just to get rid of the buffer zone and not have that in there. Some people like to have a buffer zone and some people don't. It could be argued that it's a little bit too early in the game to be introducing these buffer zones, because I'm going to starve areas of my factory while I fill those chests up, and you don't want to be doing that. Right? That's one thing that you don't want to be doing, is you don't want to starve your factory of items. Because look right here, I am actually starving my factory here a little bit of iron. I don't have very much iron coming through at all. And the reason I don't have so much iron coming through is because all of these are running flat out continuously and using the iron to go and fill this chest over here. So it's kind of suggesting that it's not a good idea to do that. So if we put that one down there, and we remove that one and we put that one in there, we remove that chest and we put that one back there. That'll allow them to fill back up again, and then we don't need to worry about it. But what I can do, just to make this a little bit easier, I can take those 200 right there, and I can press Z, and I'm just going to pour these out onto the belt on this side. I'll put 200 of them out onto the belt. Actually, I'll do it on that side. That's the side that they put them out on, so probably best if I put them out onto that side as well. Run them all that. There we go. I filled it all the way up. That's completely full all the way up through now, which means that everything is now going to start backing up, which is probably a good thing. But what I can do also is I can go in here and I can drop 200 science packs into there. Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.